Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Yes, I think this is an important reading, very important reading. You know it's important because I'm saying important a lot and in a very patronizing way. Important. So last night, MPs, and this is why I won't ever be on the BBC or any form of news outlet. So last night, MPs stood up, said stuff, sat back down. What's really changed concerning a petition? Now, interesting subject matters were raised. Interesting things were said. Let's see, and now it's all on the record and things like that. Lowe did a good thing. I've seen a couple of good things from Conservatives that I have no idea who they are. So it's who are these people? I know I'm sounding a little bit like a Jaguar driver there. But I don't know how the silver got into my car. I'm so sorry. I do apologise. So I seem to have lost my wallet. Would you kindly pay? Very lovely indeed. So let's find out how the needle has moved on digital IDs, because obviously it's a very important thing. And all the MPs seem to be saying the same thing, and it all seemed to be kind of saying the right noises. But will that really go anywhere and do anything? Let's find out. What's an update on the digital ID proposed, especially when the Home Office is still being given 1.8 billion? Well, they're not even given it. It's been taken from elsewhere in the Home Office budget. That budget supposedly hasn't increased. 1.8 billion pounds on digital ID. What is actually going on for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Because my concern is it's another bout of virtue signalling. Oh, isn't this outrageous? Oh, isn't this, that kind of thing. From some of them. Not all of them. I'm not saying it's all of them. But, the energy was there. So, let's find out here. I don't think you can see it, but there's fluff. I do apologise. Now, star card, divinely guided. Oh, good start. Good start. Two of Cups. Lovers. Interesting. Teaming up twice here. Planting the seed of opportunity. Notice how the unicorn is looking across. Yeah? So this feels like yet another proposal in a different way kind of thing. So they can have mission creep later on, if you get me. A different kind. I don't often fall out with the unicorn. But the unicorn is very much finding another way of proposing it without saying certain things, if you get me. Kind of seen what the partnerships are doing, the lovers here and the Two of Cups, kind of both of them, kind of the lines being drawn. But this is divinely guided. This is divinely guided. This is all meant to be the way that it's, yeah, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Probably not. But welcome to my world. But I mean, it's like, it's got to go through this way to truly expose. I'm getting the Sun card in its floodlight, exposure kind of energy. But I am falling out with the unicorn right now. Okay. And really, right, broad strokes, they think it's a marketing issue, not a fundamental kind of liberty issue. Explains a lot about these numbers. Victory, success, the Six of Wands. Beautiful. Do you see what I'm saying? We're going to be good. It's going to be all right. Five of Swords, falling out between the two factions. Four of Cups, biding their time. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same And it's not just Labour. I think we need to stop as a society. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about this. This is not about Labour. It's the Lib Dems. It's the Greens. They want more control. What we've got right now is good. You know why? You know why for them it's good? It's because, one, they keep saying they're progressives, and that's what they want, more control, centralise. But also, if it isn't good for them, then they would be proposing to undo it. Their actions say otherwise. Even if they're not like debating it, even though they're not doing it, their actions say otherwise. Yeah? So this is biding their time again. Temperance. Balancing out again. And then they're stuck. Notice how the mole here is looking at the temperance card here. Yeah, this victory, success, balancing it out, putting it back in its box. They've got to find a way. I think the real success here is the terminology. It feels very much like over here, it feels very much like a marketing exercise, a terminology, the buzzwords used, that kind of energy. The fact that we've got the Six of Wands here and the Temperance to kind of calm it down, it very much feels like it's almost like a swear word if you say certain terms, if that makes sense. The population have now, like I've been on this channel for quite some time, it's like if you hear progression or progressive or policies or budgets or anything like that, progressive, ding-a-ling-a-ling, red flag, alarm bells go off, yeah? Every time you hear independent in ding-a-ling-a-ling, red flag, it means that they're not directly accountable to the electorate. They've got the powers of the government that's been outsourced to them, but they're not directly accountable to anybody, if that makes sense. So it's these red flag things. People are learning what they are, and that's the fallout here, the Five of Swords. Strength card, control. Excuse me. This feels like a smash and grab, kind of like to try and almost like a temper tantrum as kids. You know, one kid's playing with the fire truck engine thing, right? Toy, and then they want it, so they snatch it. It's that sort of energy there. Overarching energy, Two of Pentacles, topsy-turvy, dangerous priorities. Overarching, underline, sorry, Tower. It's over. It's over. So the real thing, as the snapshot of now, the foundation, we always have gossip and then an outcome at the end, but the snapshot of now is especially with the Star card, is the exposing of and I know it's a legal term, but it's also the corruption, the caliber of people, the institutions surrounding it, the vested interests, if that makes sense. It's all part and parcel of this. To then counteract it, to then clear out. And I know I haven't said this for a little while, and you thought I'd forgotten, but no, it's Pluto in Aquarius, and that will be for the next 20 years. We're finally seeing in real time, because the energy has shifted, has changed to the energy of small businesses, from big corporations, big pharma, big tech, big governments, centralized control, what they want to keep doing. They're now out of vogue energetically. So now they're going against the grain, and energetically it's rejected. This is what you're seeing. This is why the fallout. We've got away with it before. Not only between factions, but also the ideology, exposing all of this. So it's now, this next chapter for the 20 odd years or so is all about freedoms and kind of small governments, small businesses, kind of small farming, small this, small that, kind of distributed energetically. So that is rather sexy. I quite like that. This right now is a rather sexy technical term. So I hope you're doing well and trying to keep out of mischief and all that kind of stuff. For the new boys and girls, we always do all the shuffling and everything as we go into the next chapter without editing it out, without doing anything like that, because I want you to see that I'm not fiddling the books. I'm not kind of sliding the cards, magic trick styley, that kind of thing. Pick a card, any card. It's all kind of there. You see it. You understand that I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just going with the flow as determined, as it's meant to be, kind of thing. So I hope you're all right. I hope and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things going on right now, mainly because it's the last week of Parliament, isn't it? They're never there. Have you know? They always seem to be on holiday or a break or a this or a that. It's like I'll tell you what. You'd think, like, even when I went to uni for a bit, I was like, this is ridiculous. We're barely ever here. What are we actually paying for, kind of thing. Like, Parliament's even worse, isn't it? I'm surprised they're just not even sending a flunky. It's not even them. It's just like, what's the point, kind of thing, of even turning up? What's the point of having a second flat or humble abode if you're barely not there? Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of questioning that I'm getting. But anyway. So then, let's have a look at this. While we're doing this, very quickly, as usual, YouTube stuff. If you can subscribe, please, ding-a-ling and all that kind of stuff. Come and join the Greatest Good Village, because it takes a village to support everybody, and that is what we try to do. Well, we do. And there's a microphone there. Stop knocking the microphone. Honestly, some people. Vandals. It was me, I'm sorry. So I'll blame somebody else. It was somebody else. I'm sorry. Share, all that good stuff. Thank you very much indeed. And comment down below suggestions for future readings. We're a bit dry on those at the moment. It's a little bit, there's a little slow down. So it's a perfect opportunity. If you want to suggest a future reading, then put it in quick. And you can upvote on other suggestions for readings. So I know that people are interested in certain suggestions. Go and have a read. Go and, if you don't see it, then plunk your own. And thank you very much for everybody does that. So, let's have a butcher's at this. Future time. 2. Controlled narrative. Housing issues. Page of Pentacles. Disclosure. See, this is the thing. This is what I'm on about with the unicorn. I'm not happy with the... I'm not happy with it. It's it's naughty. Not nice. Future time, we're building up to this. Makes sense. Yeah. Divinely guided, heading a North Star direction in the groove. Divinely guided. It's about time. It's not going to... Now, please. We're building towards it. We've talked about that. Controlled narrative. This feels very much like, and the housing issues. The housing issues doesn't necessarily, we all know about it, but it's like, it doesn't necessarily feel about, it's like Boaty McBoatface across the channel. It feels more about kind of general issues of society right now. And it feels more about, we could spend 1.8 billion on so many other things kind of energy. The disclosure, like I said, is kind of the exposing of the plotting and the planning and the scheming with the opportunity, planting the seed of opportunity for the Page of Pentacles. So, victory, success, 6 of Wands, food shortage. Now, food shortage is what I've been reading recently, and it's come across again. I'm only saying this because there's been some comments, and that's why I'm actually reading the comments. I know, shocking, a YouTube channel that actually reads the comment. Food shortage for me at the moment is a lack of resources, not necessarily food itself, but it does keep coming up. And it's just the fact that this is Labour kind of energy of the controlled narrative. Everything's fine, everything's great, and then it's like reality. And the victory is that the reality is being shown other words, and they can't get away from it. The BS ain't working anymore. Yeah, the scale, I keep saying this, but it's like the scales from the eyes of people have happened. It's gone. They're fallen. Reality is kicking in. And the desperation to try and keep the narrative going ain't working. Yeah? Five of Swords, society collapse. Exactly. We've got the shortage of resources, shortage of situations, shortage of, healthcare, schools, places, all sorts of shenanigans there. And at the same time, we've got all this craziness because they're still, you would have thought by now, you would have thought, all right, and maybe that's just me, right, and I would love to hear comments down below, but you would have thought by now, if you keep saying that the police aren't doing, as an example, dealing with shoplifting, low-level crime, they would consider that, all getting their hands dirty, doing the, low-level stuff, which progresses on to other things, as we keep on hearing, and funds other things, which we keep on hearing. And then the police, I think the technical term is bitch and moan, that they are doing their job with their shining badges. And in fact, in no way, shape or form do they not prosecute because it's under a threshold of, what is it, £200? Yet their actions say otherwise. It's that kind of energy. It's like what I'm primarily getting here is the lack of trust in anything. Yeah. And it's it's like this apathy. It's almost like this kind of on from institutions, from it's quite literally their job to do these things, and yet they're still not doing. Okay. It's that sort of like you're not doing your job, and then they're like the PR stuntage, like press conferences. We saw it in Epping from the police and all that kind of stuff. Oh, but we are doing our job. Oh, but we've got footage and it shows that you're not. Oh, but it's other people's fault. Oh, it's reasons and things and excuses and stuff. Well, if you were doing your job, then there would also be footage about that. And if you were doing your job, you would actually be, on the side of the people who pay you. As an example, I don't know, maybe I'm just silly, but you would think there would be evidence, that pesky evidence, to prove that you are actually doing, dealing with shoplifting and dealing with like knife crime. That, is specific areas, primarily London, but still about. You would have thought there would actually be, movement, shall we say, in a good way, in a positive way, heading in the right direction. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what we're getting here. Lack of resources, and that's primarily you and me, kind of obviously taxes and all that kind of stuff. Society collapse, you're not doing your job and you're still getting paid, and you're independent, so you have no direct accountability to your paymasters, i.e. the voters. That's what we're talking about here. Four of Cups. Sneaky, moon card kind of energy here, in the darkness, keeping stuff taking that beat, reflecting kind of how can we, as I was saying before, market this in the correct way for people to be so dumb and naive that these people think you are, that it's just a certain word in a certain way. Temperance. Change is coming. Sexy lady, change is coming. And Eight of Swords, underwater. They're trapped. They're stuck. All the BS is coming back. Yeah, coming back to them. And I know that we have a lot of NHS staff that work here. Not work here. I'm so sorry. You don't work here. You work there. But I know we have a lot of NHS staff who are subscribed to the channel, and you're a blessing and beautiful and sexy and gorgeous, especially Lucy, who's in, and in no way is she bullying me that in her sexy nurse uniform, she is very sexy in a beautiful, admiring sort of way. She's trouble, be careful. However, when you have graphs, and we know it's middle management, we know it's just jobs worths in getting in the way, right? We get it, right? Everyone knows it. But when you have graphs that even Sky News, who is involved in all this, right? They're all part of it. Kind of, they all happily, joyfully, ITV News, the usual suspects, Times Radio, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, LBC. They all want this, they're loving it, and all that sort of shenanigans. And even the BBC to some extent, let's be honest. And at the same time, the real world, as it were, private sector, what is the word I'm looking for? The productivity is through the roof. It's been absurd for a while, and everyone's basically burning themselves out. Is it what I'm kind of talking to people, what I'm getting? And then the productivity graphs a couple of weeks ago of the NHS was the specific, but I'm sure it's the same in other areas as well, is remarkably lower on the graph. Then it's like, the question is why? Why are you pumping in 20 billion, 30 billion, so many more billions into the NHS, but you're not actually changing the infrastructure of what's there? Getting people out the way so people can actually do what their calling is and do the medical side and do the support and care. You know what I mean? It's like, and I keep saying this, why has government turned into a jobs program? And it's Conservatives as well as Labour. Labour's just doubled down, don't get me wrong, but it's like they're both sides right now. So this is what we got here. Stuck, Eight of Swords. We've got underwater, the pressure's on, the crazy shenanigans, all that kind of thing. We've temperance. We're having wins, even though, basically acknowledging the resources issue and stuff like that. The society collapse and the Five of Swords is primarily kind of, once again, a marketing thing. From their ivory tower, they don't see a problem, but really in the real world, it's like, what on earth are you doing? You shenanigans, sausagey type malarkey. Technical term again. Strength card. Planned outcome. I don't like that. Breakthrough. Drone strike, the bombardment, the petitions, the protests, all this kind of stuff, constant. The breakthrough is happening. The breakthrough is here. It's coming, right? But remember, it's not just the figureheads. Okay, we've seen it. We can get rid of everyone from Liz Truss to Boris to even Stuttery Starmer. We can change government completely, but it's the same track. There is no choice. And so it's not. So the answer is, it's not the figurehead. Because if it was the figurehead, things would change when you voted them in. The trouble is the behind the scenes, not just the civil servants, but it's also other areas as well, the blob, the quangos, that kind of thing. Unelected, bureaucratic, guarded people in the shadows, and this is what I was saying previously, almost like a month ago, I think, and now here as well. And it's all about not just clearing out the figureheads; it's clearing out all these nasty buggers with gold-plated pension plans and think they're safe. Yeah, it's a clear out of all the rot. Not just the figureheads, okay? Not just the colour of rosette. It's bigger than this. This is why this exposure is happening. These people are being almost like stuck in the mud back at school kind of thing. Stuck, can't do anything, can't achieve anything. The people around them are being exposed as well, who are also stuck in the mud, and no one with their arms out, trying to wait to kind of get unstuck, and no one's running under their arms to unstick them. Yeah? They're divinely trapped. So this planned outcome, you know what? I am because this could go two ways, and the energy around it is very musky. I think is the best word for it. So I'm just going to quickly dinky deck the clarity. Can we clarify the planned outcome, please? Can we clarify planned outcome, please, for the greatest good? Thank you. And then we'll go into the outcome. All right, cut and three. Okay. But so even though they're being diminished, Labour, the government, civil servants, all that kind of stuff. It's the planned outcome feels dodgy. Heartbreak. Okay. Justice. Lovers. Queen of Wands taking charge, passionately taking charge. Knight of Cups, a new offer. This is the planned outcome. This is actually getting accountability. Not just accountability on their betrayal, but it also genuinely feels like justice, like court cases, that kind of thing. Using the apparatus that they used against us, generally speaking, against these people, these Jobsworths, these and I don't mean any. Well, kind of I do, because I don't trust Jobsworths. There, I've said it. I just don't. To kind of, and I'll tell you the reason why is because if you are truly an emotional person, grounded person, not even, you don't have to be spiritual, right? But just to be a grounded, emotionally connected person, somebody who has morals and feelings and empathy and that kind of stuff, a human being, some people may say, you then would not be able to kind of almost like hooking a coat onto a peg by the door as you walk into the office. You wouldn't be able to do that, disconnect. Yeah? You just wouldn't be able to do it. So it's almost like a power trip. I don't like people who think, even though they're the lowest run of the ladder, having almost gleefulness to kind of go, oh yes, computer says no, ha 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 ha. Like, don't like it. For me, and it goes all the way up, goes all the way up for government and stuff like that. It shows a lot of. These are, ultimately speaking, these are the most lost people in society. Okay, so lost from the kind of like the beaten track of spirituality, from growth, from grounding, from connection with other human beings, that kind of thing. They are so lost that the only thing is to kind of grapple with and use as a security blanket as control, power, inflicting upset to other people to try and get their self-worth. Do you see what I'm saying? It's that that's why for me, I don't like these people, quotas and stuff like that. It's just like, not everything's a tick box exercise, but, and these are different people. I have to say, just an asterisk here, these are different people to accountants. All right. Accountants, you have a special superpower, right? That the rest of us, I was going to swear, hate. So you have a superpower. You can see things that the rest of us cannot see because we cannot be bothered. But yet you keep us on the straight and narrow, and it is okay. You are the the translator between real society hunky-dory society that we want to just be a bit bohemian, a bit crazy, and a bit silly occasionally, and not have issues with that. And you're the translator to the I was going to swear again, the Jobsworths that we have previously forementioned. You are good. We like you. Okay. Estate agents. But accountants, you are good. You are lovely, and you should be cherished more. So I am now cherishing you right now. It's very lovely. You're welcome. You're welcome. It is like it is how society hates, for some strange reason, the gingers amongst us. I do not understand this. I do not understand this. Not only do gingers have souls, that's a hark back for a couple of years ago, isn't it? But also, gingers are the most loving and caring. They can be bitchy, don't get me wrong, don't go on the wrong side of them, but they're the most caring and loving and all that kind of stuff when they're allowed to be, and it's very lovely indeed, right? Just don't go on the wrong side of them. The accountants are quite literally the gingers of society, and I acknowledge you, and I see you, and it's beautiful. You're beautiful people. Don't listen to the others, all right? It's okay. You can get through this with us. Right. I tell you what, some of my best bow chicka wow wow, technical term, people that I've ever been with have been gingers. They're seriously, they're very very beautiful creatures whom when that guard goes down, my goodness, they pounce and do naughty things in a very professional manner. Don't believe me? Go to Ireland or Scotland. Go and check. Go and don't take my word for it. Go and have a look. I tell you what, they're lovely. Very, very nice. Top tip. GG top tip. So what are we talking about? So I was waiting for the card to be ready. So the outcome, here we go. I'm looking forward to this. King of Cups. Oh, very much like what we were talking about, being grounded. Yeah, emotionally secure, emotionally, the topsy-turvy, the changes have been calmed down by the temperance. And now it's much more of pretty much exactly what I was saying, actually. I love when this happens, like empathy, that kind of thing, a much better way of relationship between the state and the individual and the people. Yeah. So I like that. Traditional ways of doing things. Topsy-turvy again. This is the problem, right? This is why I hate progressives, right? Because they still want to keep going, right? It's not enough. And the progressives are the same as the WEF, the UN, the EU, the alphabet spaghetti. They're all kind of progressive. They're the ones coming up with this modern monetary kind of way of doing things and blah, 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 which is causing rife for the rest of us. But it's all progressive. They're trying to cause mischief, but they're found accountable. I love that. I love how the fact the Three of Swords has come out twice. The betrayal is real, and the betrayal is down here at least going to have repercussions. So resources shortage, tower change, beautiful. Society collapse. Moving on. Yes. Darkness. Stuck. Hangman. Tied up in their own BS. Same. Betrayal. Stuck. Very similar energy. Not necessarily with the Hangman, but it's very. What I'm getting is similar energy to the Eight of Swords that we had earlier. This stuck, this trapped, this kind of thing. Change is coming. End. Rebirth, reborn. Wow. Submarine. Oh, but. The offer. Oh, but. Yeah, butt face. But. We're nice, really. Oh, but virtue signal. But it still won't go. Yeah. And then what? Can't remember what this one is. Planned outcome. Okay, planned outcome is the new foundations. Accountability, what we were talking about here. Beautiful. Sneaky buggers. Yes, technical term. The betrayal. The Page of Swords. Notice how they're looking at each other. Yeah. This, what I'm getting here is there's like something doesn't feel right. It's like almost like a gossip kind of energy. It's almost like there was some sort of, it sounded like something or other happened, as an example, a thing happened, and we're looking into it. Yeah, this is just scraping the surface a little bit. Kind of like, is this true? Is this just make believe? Is this conspiracy theory? Blah blah. Have you noticed in the last couple of days, conspiracy theory as a slapdown in interviews and thing is rife all of a sudden? Have you noticed that? As a asterisk. But it's the Page of Swords is like having a quick little look, just a little oversight. It's like this. And then finding the betrayal or finding something bigger than they were expecting, and it's connected in some way. Do you see what I'm saying? But this is kind of like a little whimsically kind of, well, we heard about this. We just thought it was a rumor, a bit of gossip. Let's have a look. Oh, wait, hold on. There's something to see here. It's that kind of energy. The fact that we got the Tower and the moving on into calmer shores with the Six of Swords, and the Death card, which is rebirth, reborn, renewal, restart, yeah? New foundations. But they're going to still be chipping away. Yeah, but we got shiny, quite literally. Trinkets, shiny. We can get back on track here somewhere. But the betrayal, it's all obvious to everyone to see. Exposed. And I'm surprised that the Sun card hasn't come out. Right, very quickly, Kipper deck. Let's have a butcher's at this. And then we can all leave and enjoy our day. How's that? Is that a good plan? Is that a good... I think that's a good plan. But this is fantastic. Because the fact that it's topsy-turvy over here, for them, for Labour, for Lib Dems, for the Greens, for all of them that want more of this, yeah? They're stuck up. They're trapped, basically. I didn't mean stuck up. Well, I meant stuck up the tree. Heartbreak, betrayal, that, but we're the nice guys, the Page of Pentacles, which shows the narcissism kind of thing, the arrogance, the self-righteousness. It's all falling apart. And the topsy-turvy, the loose foundations up here, is it kind of return to sender kind of energy, yeah? The new foundations down here, it's very, very sexy. And remember, at the same time this is all happening, they're trying to belittle Farage by any which way possible, which we've done a reading on. They're in the, I think that's the elite side. But it's, the blob is scared, and now they're going to be caught out here with the digital ID. Imprisonment. I love when a plan comes together. Journey. Bad health. The journey is the same as the future time kind of thing. We're getting back on track. We're having a reset here. But it is going to take some time. It is going to, and the bad health is now. It's like they can't do anything. The expectation, exactly. Yeah, the gift. It's all here, okay? So, genuinely, to take away from this reading, and from others that we've done recently, is very much just hold your nerve. Yeah? The pain is almost over. We're almost there. Okay? But then we need to get to certain points. The imprisonment is coming. People are actually getting their the accountability that everyone's asking for. The bad health is very much the topsy-turvy bad situation. They know they have no foundations. It's almost like quicksand. It's just kind of all over the place. The fact that we've got the topsy-turvy twice, or 3 times, I think. Didn't we have 3 times? I don't know. But topsy-turvy twice. We've got the heartbreak for them, the betrayal, the true extent of how bad things truly are twice. Yeah, very sexy. Very, very cool. So I'm going to leave this here for now. If you enjoyed it, thummy like. It generally helps out the channel. And if you can, get the option hype as well. That'd be fan-fabadosi. I think that's how it's pronounced. Subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell if you enjoyed yourself here. And we try and do this as frequently as we can. Comment down below any thoughts if you've been reading along, as also suggestions for future readings. It's a bit quiet right now. Good time to do it. That's the microphone again. I'll promise I'll stop hitting it one day. But until next time, where we do the crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.